Okay. Are we ready, Rob?
I'm getting ready. I'm almost there. I am looking forward to live streaming this evening. Love the set. The selection of songs, had a really good time putting it together. I'm writing here on YouTube. Greetings, everyone. And let me see if I can find where we are on Facebook. Don't see it yet, but sometimes it's a little delayed on my side. How's everyone doing? There we go. Some people are already tuned in. So Larry, I had an interview today. I went upstairs. You were on the phone, and I posted it on my website under press, so you can listen to that later. It's a podcast, and then I got another review for the album, so that's
Yay.
pretty great. Yeah. So if you guys want to read album reviews, I never read them over the air. It's embarrassing. They're full of praise and really nice things, so it's a little embarrassing to read them over the air. But I will. I always post them as a link. When you go to robinspielberg.com, you can just click on press or Robin in the News. I think is what it says. Robin in the News or press, and scroll down, and you can see the album
Just
reviews. They're starting to come in. Hi,
minute.
Bob and Linda. Nice to see you.
Hey, Sharon. Hey,
Here.
Donna. Hey,
And
Lorraine.
Sharon. Oh, gosh, we got a lot of our regulars.
Rick Young is
Hopefully
here.
we'll get some of our new people here, too. Oh, and Rick and Dottie are here. I know you usually watch on YouTube. A few of you asked about my mom. She's watching, but she's watching now on YouTube, so not as much part of the chat.
You all should be watching on YouTube.
YouTube has a higher fidelity. Is it the sound, Larry, that's different, or it's the picture that's different, right?
Both.
Both. But I don't know if everyone likes the chat on YouTube. I can't quite figure that out.
The chat works on YouTube.
The chat.
So for
All right, so
all
let
of
me go
you-
on the YouTube chat right
Yeah.
now and say something. And if you're here on YouTube, say hello so I know you're here. Oh, you know what
All
it
right,
is, though,
it's not-
Larry?
it's
People
9
a lot of
o'clock.
times watch YouTube on their app on their TV, so they're not.
I know that I'm able to chat. So it's 9 o'clock. Rob, are you ready?
I am absolutely
All right.
ready, Freddy.
Bar is
and
open.
Super excited.
And
Bar is open. Have you ordered your cocktails? It's definitely one of those nights. It's a wonderful summer night to partake. I'm having, since we were just in New England, I'm having a Cape Cod. You know what that is, right? All right.
hello, and welcome to Season 2, Episode 31 of Robin's Piano Bar, where the drinks and the food are virtual, but the piano playing is real. I'm your host, Larry Cosson, streaming live to you from York County, Pennsylvania, on YouTube, primarily, Facebook, and Twitch TV. Tonight's episode, The Sounds of Summer. And now, please welcome to her own home, our favorite piano gal, Robin Spielberg. All right.
And thank you, and welcome, everyone, to tonight's live stream, Sounds of Summer. So this is, these are a collection of songs that over many summers I've heard on the radio, kind of have a summer vibe to them. So I hope you enjoy, and happy August, everyone.
Who knows? We might even have a summer watching
A summer what?
us. There might be someone from the Summers family, or you never know who's watching.
I didn't get that at all. That was Bruce Springsteen's The River. And that was summer in the early 80s on the radio, lots and lots. And when Larry and I went to see Springsteen on Broadway, he told the story of how he wrote that song, inspired by his sister's romance. She's still with that boyfriend from The River, so that's a happy ending. How you doing, Lair?
I'm good.
Yes, I do agree. A little bit sounds like The Sound of Silence. It might be in the same key. Janice is here. Hello there. Hope you're doing well. And so, let's see. This one, I remember being on the radio, and it was a very odd situation. Maybe, Larry, you can Google this while I'm on, or someone out there. I remember that this song, How Am I Supposed to Live Without You, was recorded by LeAnn Rimes and became a hit. But at the same time, someone else recorded it in the same key and practically with the same exact arrangement in Nashville. And they were both on the charts at the same time. And when you played them side by side, you could hardly tell them apart. I don't think I've ever heard of anything like that happening in the music business before or since. So let me know who else, recorded How Am I Supposed to Live Without You. I know it was LeAnn Rimes, but I forgot who the other artist was. It was another female artist.
I'm sure we have audience members who will chime in. They're all going on the Google right now.
Well, did someone find it?
Of course they did.
Trisha Yearwood. Thank you.
Laura Branigan, Michael
Laura
Bolton.
Branigan. So many, yes, at the time, that's who it was. It was Laura Branigan and Leon Rimes, who were both on the charts at the same time with How Am I Supposed to Live Without You? And I'm telling you, it was hard to tell the difference between the two. They were identical. And that year at the Grammys, it was, I believe, Leanne Rimes who took home the Grammy. I don't know. I couldn't make heads or tails of that situation, how that could happen. It must have been that publishers were pitching record labels this particular song, and two grabbed it at the same exact time without knowing. So I don't think that happens anymore. Music business probably learned something from that one.
Maybe not.
What?
Maybe not.
Well, I haven't heard it happening again.
Yeah,
That was
well,
a long time ago.
our business doesn't seem to learn anything.
I'm sorry, what?
Our business doesn't seem to learn anything.
Well, aren't you a little negative today?
I'm not negative.
What's going on?
Practical. Realistic. Practical. Wow, that was sounds of summer. Did you hear the fireworks just now?
Yeah, I just heard. Just as I finished the song, someone set off a firework. Killing Me Softly, Roberta Flack, and love that song and recorded it. And now it seems like a lifetime ago. In the year 2002, on my album With a Song in My Heart. I believe I put that song in one of the sets for when I was touring in China. The song is well known there. Never know how those things happen, but the audience was singing along, knew the song. Oh, we're setting off fireworks.
See that? The sounds of summer.
Hello, Marcia in Framingham. Nice to see you. Hi, Debbie. Good to see you. And Linda's here. Awesome.
Nice little crowd
Hi,
we've got
Dick.
going.
Dick's here. Dick Metcalf, definitely a champion of independent artists like myself. Dick's one of the first reviewers to review the new album, Give My Regards to Broadway. And it comes out in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from today. So if you have pre-ordered, you will receive it on the release day. And today, a new single came out from the album, my piano cover of the song Somewhere, Stephen Sondheim and Leonard Bernstein, West Side Story. And I'll be playing that as part of tonight's set.
I don't give away the set yet. It's still
That's
early.
okay. I want to, create some anticipation. It's
Okay.
coming.
Things are happening.
Yes, it's coming. I'll be playing 2 songs from the new album. So another thing that happens in summer, which we don't always like, but we need, is rain. You ever go on vacation and the whole thing gets rained out? Do you remember that happening when you were a kid and it was just tragedy? Somehow, as I get older, it's not so much a tragedy when it rains, except if you're, at the beach. But even if you have a beach vacation, so you go inside and you read a book, the rain's not going to last forever. But I remember being a little girl and going to the ocean and it raining, and it was like the world had come to an end. Like, now what? Because the whole point was sand and pail and shovel and collecting, seashells and being on the beach. And I was just devastated. Usually that's when our parents would try to find a movie, go to a movie theater and see a movie, but maybe put quarters in the pinball machine in the arcade on the boardwalk. But it was always sad when it rained, right, on vacation, especially when you're a child. Do you have memories of that, Larry?
No, it never rained on my
Never rained on your vacations.
on my vacations. Never. In fact, it didn't rain when we were away a couple weeks ago
No,
either.
we were very lucky.
It
When
rained
I was
on the drive
performing
home.
in Maine. It rained only on the way home, and we had really lovely weather. We got pretty lucky there.
And
But,
this week has been pretty spectacular.
Yes, not too hot, and it's August.
It's been
not,
perfect.
Not
In fact,
suffocatingly hot.
There was one day, I've been going out every morning, as you know, and
Riding
there
your
was
bike.
one day that it was actually in the low 60s when I first went out.
And you
little chilly.
told me you saw a lot of animals on your.
I'm seeing a tremendous amount of furry creatures when I go out.
A lot of furry creatures.
I
on
almost
the
don't
bike
want
ride.
to tell you what I saw this morning on my way back
What
from
did
the
you see?
ride. There was a snake crossing the
Oh,
trail.
you didn't tell me about the snake. On the rail trail?
On the rail trail, yeah.
That's creepy.
Yeah.
Was it big?
It wasn't
Remember
big.
we saw that
was
really
black.
huge one on the rail trail?
remember, yeah.
Like ginormous?
Well, the signs aren't there anymore, but if you remember when we first moved here, there were signs on the rail trail that said, "Beware of snakes." Somehow someone decided to take that down. Not a very
It was too
inviting,
creepy.
not a very
Yeah.
inviting sign, right?
Well, I don't mind seeing little bunnies and the deer, but I don't want to ride my bicycle and worry about running over a snake. Okay, well, so here's that rainy day. Rainy days have opportunities. When I can't go out in the garden because it's raining, that's when I come in and write music.
You garden in the rain.
I love that song. That's I think, considered a standard, right? I remember when I was in my 20s and playing in New York City in piano rooms and hotel lobbies, someone came in with a $50 bill and requested that song. And I didn't know it. So you know what I did, right, Larry?
I do know what you did.
What did I do?
You called Robin.
Made a phone call.
Phoned a friend.
I called my friend Robin, the other Robin Goldsby, the one who wrote the book Piano Girl and Piano Girl Playback book. Give me the chords. Give me the secret chords. You put a dime in it was a miracle. It was just amazing. You put a dime in the phone. You don't see
were
those
using
anymore, phone booths.
you were using the phone a friend before it was
yes.
big on
I was
Who
using
Wants
the
to Be a
phone a friend option
before it was on Who Wants to
before it
Be a
was a thing.
Millionaire.
I was also joking around on social media, when the pandemic hit and the venues were trying to stay open but limiting capacity. I posted, hey, I was playing to 20% capacity before it was cool.
That gets this.
Hi, Morris Wilkes. Hello from Texas. Nice to see you. I'm glad, Susan, that you're enjoying it this evening. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed your symphony. I know that Susan and William were at the symphony last week outside, so that's something I really miss. I have not heard symphonies outside in quite some time.
Buckle up and keep your hands
that's funny.
inside the
You
ride,
see what
folks.
Peter wrote? He said there was a framing company, and he said, guess where we're located? And he said, Framingham.
Framingham, yep.
All right. Someone requested the song a long while ago. I don't remember who. And it's called Can You Read My Mind? So that's ironic.
Clearly you can't.
Well, it is from the film, one of the Superman movies that Christopher Reeve was in. And this came to mind in this set because I met Christopher Reeve one summer. And I was in New York City, living in New York City, and rehearsing a play at Lincoln Center. And he was across the street in the restaurant where we were hanging out. And I was very intimidated, but he had gone to Juilliard. And I went to our group of actors in this play, had all gone to NYU, and we were just talking to him, and he was being so just friendly and normal guy, and so movie star handsome. And he had just done Superman. So that was kind of fun to talk about acting technique with Christopher Reeve back in the day. And here's the song.
Sad ending to that story.
My favorite lyric in that is, he can see right through me. I thought that was brilliant because, of course,
He could. Superman could.
yes, he had X-ray vision.
Yeah.
So I love that the lyricist put that in, that double meaning. He could see right through me. We should watch that again. That was
Okay.
a real feel-good movie. My favorite part of the movie, he goes like this and he turns back time. He gets so angry. He flies up, right? Goes into outer space and he pushes with all his might and turns the earth backward. Don't you wish you could do that? I mean, there were so many times in life I wish I could have done that. Just turn it backward. And he was able to do it in the movie. It was so romantic. Couldn't stand it. It was so romantic. We're going to watch that.
Okay.
Was that the best one? There were other Superman movies.
There were a lot of
I
Superman.
think that was
You
the
know what?
best
The
one.
tragic part about the Superman movies is that everyone who's played Superman, tragedy has befallen them. So,
I don't understand.
yeah. So,
That's terrible. But
Yeah. it's quite the unlucky role.
my goodness. So this is kind of like an Eagles medley here. Put up some chords. because
Eagles are a summertime band, aren't they?
Totally. I mean, and they've been going so strong since the early 70s. And every summer you just hear their music on rotation because,
Or their solo stuff,
their solo stuff.
Don
I was just
Henley.
reading an article in Billboard about, they had a reunion for a brief time, but there was two members of the band really mad at each other, Glenn Fry and somebody else.
Probably Glenn and Don.
Fighting.
It happens.
It happens. We know so many of these stories. I'm not going to tell
Like I said-
tales out of school, but I've been on the road with some people who
So-
only spoke to each other on stage.
Yep.
They did not talk when they were off the stage. They acted like best friends and did the show, but off the stage, nope. It's just crazy because music is supposed to bring people together, so it's just really strange when that stuff happens.
Like I said
It's
earlier.
crazy. What?
Like I said earlier in this show.
So we don't learn things?
We don't. Our business. We don't learn from our past.
Teresa tells us that her Downey Symphony Orchestra will be performing an outdoor free concert next Wednesday. So if you're in the area, make sure you go. And, you're very sweet. She's glad it doesn't clash with the weekends when we're here. Hello, Kim and Steve. Thank you for being here. And Patricia enjoyed that one. Yes, Lorraine. Lorraine is the one who requested it.
See that?
And I did play it for you some other night, but it was long ago because this is live stream number 127 for whoever's counting. It's the 31st Piano Bar of the year, but 127 altogether.
I think we did a themed live
We
stream.
did a movie theme.
But we did
a
a
movie
live.
night.
We did a Who's
Right?
Counting night too, didn't we? Do
A movie night?
No, a Who's Counting? Didn't we do one of?
We did a Who's Counting.
Yeah.
It was all about numbers.
Right.
But we did a movie theme, and I think movie night, that's when I played this for Lorraine.
Okay.
All right.
Remember what you're doing, Rob? Another fade out song.
Another fade out song. Take it easy. Great for summer and
You take it easy.
best if I
I'm
know.
not going to take it easy. You
Take it easy. You take it easy.
I'm not going to take it easy. Summer's all about
Marianne said she saw it. That it was the most she ever spent on a ticket, but she did it. You know what? I remember like being in 6th grade, and a girl in my class, Harriet, had tickets to see the Eagles. I'm like, how is this even possible? You're 11. You know, I was like, how is it possible? But her parents took her to see the Eagles. And it was in the 70s. I was so insanely jealous.
Guess she had the cool parents.
She had cool parents that took her to see. Well, I had cool parents that took me to symphonies, concerts, Broadway shows, but not to stadiums to see rock bands. That was on my own. Much later.
So summertime's all about the roller coaster, Robin.
Roller
Right.
coaster?
Yeah, summertime's all about the
Oh,
amusement
I know you,
parks
a
and
roller
the roller
coaster person,
coaster.
Larry.
You know I'm not. But I do advise that.
I
I know Robin is. So I'm just going to advise everyone, strap yourself in, keep your hands and limbs inside the machine
The vehicle at all times.
as she takes us on the next journey.
All right.
Where are we going?
We're going somewhere. See what you did there, Larry.
I know.
So this came out today. I can't guarantee I'm going to play it exactly like I did on the recording because, as you know, or maybe you don't know, but when I made the recording, give my regards to Broadway, we ended up selecting 20 classic Broadway songs. And I recorded each one a few times in different styles, different ways. And Larry produced the album and carefully selected different versions of different pieces to balance out the album. So I'll play it close to how you're going to hear it on the recording. But you can actually stream this song on all streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple, all those places. Amazon,
So Robin.
Deezer.
Robin Goldsby's in Pittsburgh. She just checked in. Welcome home, Robin.
Welcome home. So glad she got here from Europe. And so this is Somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah, well, the first time. I mean, I played it before, but
Yeah, I think it's the first time though.
I've never
since
played
we've-
it
like
since
that.
I recorded
Right.
it in kind of that version. So, as you might recall from the film or the Broadway show West Side Story, the song is sung twice. And in the second time, it's sung as Tony is meeting his demise. That's the version I chose to record, the more somber, wistful, nostalgic version, the one that tugs at the heartstrings. And this single came out just last week. I believe Olivia Newton-John made that popular on the radio. Every now and then, someone takes a Broadway song and makes it a radio hit. That also happened, I think, with Evita, Don't Cry for Me, Argentina. Madonna made that into a hit. Every now and then it happens.
Who
Not
knows?
too often.
You probably will make it into a Spotify hit. How about
I
that?
hope it becomes a Spotify hit. I heard from a good friend of mine, Melissa. She reminded me that that song, I Don't Know How to Love Him, was her go-to audition song back in the day when she was auditioning for musical theater. And Stephen Tolkien, you are absolutely correct. Helen Reddy made that a hit as well. Helen Reddy and Olivia Newton-John both recorded that. Really great. Really great.
So
Larry,
here,
this is one of your favorites.
our little teaser for the album. Those last two songs.
Yes.
Can't wait for folks to hear the entire thing.
Looking forward to hearing the entire thing. This one is not on vinyl, but it is on CD. So if you have a CD player, know someone who does. I also discovered this is, even if you don't have a CD in your house, think about this. I have been very committed over the years to playing piano in senior centers and nursing homes whenever they would allow me to. And usually when I'm on tour, I would stop by during the day and play someplace where people could not come to the concert, but especially appreciated some of the older songs from yesteryear and Yes Broadway show tunes. So since that's not allowed right now, they're not allowing entertainers to come into nursing facilities because of the pandemic, perhaps consider gifting Give My Regards to Broadway to your local senior center or nursing home, or if you know someone who works in a nursing home who you think might have a resident or two that might enjoy listening to the album, I hope you'll consider that. It's a good gift. We give some CDs to our local facilities here every year. Okay, let's see. This is one of your favorites, Larry. This is from the Love Story album. This was a summer hit a few years ago. Had to add that Don McLean song in Vincent, otherwise
Why is
known
that,
as Starry,
Robin?
Starry Night. Pardon?
Why is that?
Telling them for our anniversary, our gift to one another was that we went to see the Van Gogh immersive experience. I know it's been traveling around the country. It was a little bit of a splurge for us, but we didn't get to go away for our 25th wedding anniversary last year. So we did this, and we loved it. We loved it. It is really so creative and so different. You don't actually see a physical original painting the entire time. It's an immersive experience. So they use projections. It's like you walk into a painting. And I know it's traveling around. I've seen that it's going to Philadelphia. We saw it in Washington, D.C., which is about 90 minutes from our house without the traffic. And I know it's going to Boston. And I met someone who saw it in New York. So, yes, Marianne, but I could have told you, Vincent, this world was not meant for someone as beautiful as you. So, yes, if you do get a chance to see it as that exhibit goes around, it was in Europe a few years ago, and now it's touring the U.S. It's really different than anything I have ever seen. You liked it, right, Lara? Did you?
I loved it.
You loved it. We
Yeah.
were just transported to like this other world. So
Well, I studied art in college, and I studied Van Gogh, and
I just love, like, you see the sunflowers.
yeah, you see him from a different
You
perspective.
see it like
at
maybe as
this-
he saw it, like you see them waving in the wind. Instead of a still life. Just spectacular, really creative.
But he was someone who would take a subject and paint it over and over again.
Over and over. So, and you get to see that, like his famous
Yeah.
painting, The Bedroom. We got to see like 5 or 6 different versions, or the same vase of flowers painted 100 different ways. Spectacular to get into his conscience like that.
He had painted over 900 paintings in his short
900
life.
paintings, and he was 37 when he
He was
passed.
very,
So
very prolific.
incredible.
Yeah.
Well, this also ties into summer. Summertime is a good time to reacquaint ourselves with old friends. And when I visited with my mother last week, on the way home, stopped by my friend's workplace to visit with her. And it's unusual to be friends with someone since the age of 5, but my friend Jill and I have been friends since the age of 5. That's way over 50 years for us. And we don't talk all that often. We really don't. But it's really this interesting thing. We know each other so well that when she said to me that seeing me was it was kind of like going back home. And we know each other's hearts so well. We didn't have to talk about the mundane, everyday things that we have been through. We just kind of slip right back into the way we converse with one another, which is great. So this is a song about old friends, and it's called Old Friend. It's from the Off-Broadway show, I'm Getting My Act Together and Taking It on the Road. I think that's one of the longest off-Broadway titles I know of. about feeling down and calling an old friend and talking about how love is rare, life is strange, nothing lasts, people change. Great song. Sharon says she's got a really old friend. Ask Lucy, his bestie since the 70s. Oh, I love that. Oh, Vicky, feel better. So I already feel you're a little under the weather. Hoping we can cheer you up a little bit here. And Karen says the Van Gogh show was in Denver.
So there are actually two different shows
Interesting.
going around. So that's why the one in Boston is also going to be in Tacoma. It's not
but
the
it's
one
a different show than what we saw?
It's an immersive experience, but it's a different show than the one we saw.
Is it a different company doing it?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
There's two competing Van Gogh.
Two competing Van Gogh shows. I'd like to see them both. I don't think I can afford to see them both. But I'm going to treasure the one that we saw. It was really great. So, summertime, summer movies, blockbuster hits. I remember when Star Wars came out and the lines were around the block to see that darn movie. Right? We didn't have the internet, so you couldn't buy your tickets in advance. You just waited. And it was like that for a long time.
It was.
Another summer movie hit with Tom Hanks. One of my favorites. You know what it is, Lair?
I do.
What is it?
Well,
tell the people.
Life is like a box of chocolates.
You never know what you're gonna get.
That's right. Forrest
Gump.
Just keep running, Forrest.
There was an article in the paper in today's paper. Did you see it, Lair?
No.
It was about the man that inspired Forrest Gump. That's why I think I ended up putting the song in.
The running part?
He's 78 years old, and he's running again across the country to inspire people.
Okay.
He runs 30 miles a day at age 78. It was a really inspiring story.
I had to post that. Sharon, I love that, Sharon. She says she always pinches her chocolates to see what she's going to get. That's classic.
Well, at least she doesn't just take a bite and then put it back if she doesn't want that one.
It's classic.
Like some people. don't know if Karen and Steve are watching tonight, but if they are, they know why I played that song. I'm going to remember this summer always as the summer where we came out of the pandemic, at least for a bit, and I met some of you from the live streams, from Patreon shows. Karen and Steve gifted me this beautiful music box, which I showed on air last week, that plays this love theme from The Godfather, Speak Softly, Love. I recorded it in 1995, and because my recording is so over the top, the arrangement is just so, I don't know, what's the word, schmaltzy. I rarely play it in concert, but it did really, really well in Asia. And whenever I go to Asia, they insist that I play love theme from The Godfather. So I do. Hope you've been enjoying this live stream. I cannot believe the time. I've got a couple of songs left. If you guys have any questions for me, now is the time to ask. Yes, Linda said, put salt on the coaster. He scared me, but you notice I didn't miss a note.
She missed a note.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have learned you have to play if the ceiling is crashing down on you, and it might be crashing down on you. One time, it was. There was a flood.
That's what it was.
The ceiling came down. Oh my goodness! I have played with the lights going out, someone having a medical emergency in the audience. Keep playing.
I think we'll keep those stories for another live stream.
Yes.
But Linda, you're right. My GNT got stuck to the coaster, and when I went to pick it up, crash.
It frightened me. I thought like some kind of equipment crashed to the ground, and but I looked up and you were laughing. So
yeah, because of course I forgot to put the salt on the coaster. What am I gonna do?
So I played Here's That Rainy Day for vacations when it rained, but this one is a different kind of rain. This is the anticipation of rain. Soon it's going to rain. I love good summer rain. I love the way it smells outside. I love being in the garden, and then I feel like it's going to rain soon, and I'm finishing up my gardening tasks before the storm comes. I love that smell in the air, that scent, that breeze. It's nothing like it in the whole world, and it only happens in summer. It doesn't happen in the cold, damp spring or autumn. Summer rains, when you feel them coming on, has that special feeling in the air that I really love. that song. Over the way it feels before it rains.
You know the way it
So,
smells before it
What
rains.
did Marianne say? Going to bed early, not leaving the house, not going to a party. My childhood punishments have become my adult goals.
I am so with
That
Marianne.
is really funny. You know, when I was sent to my room, my parents didn't like when I talked back and said, "Oh, I'm fine going to my room. I really like it in there. There's lots to do." Because I had books in my room and photo albums to look at, and
Robin, what do I always say about leaving the house?
it's overrated.
I'm so with Marianne on her
Yes.
3 big things. Going to bed early,
I have
absolutely.
to drag him to go places. I told Larry, I really need you to say yes a whole lot more because, like, I cannot just be in here all the time. I know you like the house. I have to get out. Besides your bike rides, like, you don't want to go. Like, if there's an errand to run, I'm usually the one that goes, and I ran around today running all the errands. I like to go out. I got to get out of here.
I'm like that small percentage of the population that went, woohoo, lockdown. I'm all about it. Let's do it. Let's lock it down.
It was a really good time for, like, is it called agoraphobia? People who don't want to leave the house.
Yeah.
It was good for them. For people who liked solitude, became in favor.
Yep. It was all good.
Yeah, Fran saying thanks for the. I gave him a little. Gave Fran a little orchid advice about growing her orchid. I don't know everything about gardening, but every now and then I do. So
I have a friend who I Zoom with every once in a while because she's a business colleague and a friend. And every time, this is my friend Pam
yeah.
in Pittsburgh, she always has an orchid blooming in the background of her.
Oh really? Well, usually like they bloom and then they stop, and then she must have them on rotation.
She does. She's got orchids
well,
everywhere.
Your mother had a tremendous
know.
orchid collection. does it for us this evening. Thank you so very much for being here, keeping us company. I look forward to this so much every week, and I really appreciate everyone who's been tipping and joining Patreon. Tell your friends about Patreon. We've got great stuff that we're giving away there. It's patreon.com/Robin Spielberg. You'll find me there and all the goodies we're giving away every month to our supporters. And I hope to see you tomorrow night, which will be an evening of relaxing solo piano music. No chit-chat, just the music. And hope to see you tomorrow. Be well. Have a good night.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Carmel, take us home.
Hey, Carmel. Say goodnight to everybody. That's right. Good girl.